Welcome back, boys and girls, to Sweaty Plebs. These are your hosts, Falknado and
Dylan, the Sandwich Lord.
the Sandwich Lord.
Sandwiches.
All right.
Sandwiches, the number one food
All right.
invented.
It's pretty great. We have a lot of news this week, or week and a half, really, because we're behind. And we're just going to kind of buzz through a lot of it because there's a lot of happened in the past week and a half. Let's get through Xbox news. Starting with it,
Boy,
we have our
we got some news.
Games with Gold.
Yes, we do. Tell me about them. Should I be excited? Should I not be
It
excited?
depends if you've already purchased the games or not,
Yes.
right? So, Hitman Season 1 came out, and I think universally praised, right?
Yeah. This is actually the one I played out of this bunch, and I've got to say, the Hitman is 100% worth buying. So
Yeah.
getting it for free. I mean, Hitman Season 1. Other Hitmans, I'm not 100% sold on. There's been,
Sure.
I think Hitman Blood Money. Is that one of them?
Yeah.
That one was fun. I don't really know much about them, but this one was a pretty good one overall.
Yeah, this
Maybe the best Hitman ever.
This was like the reboot of the series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear great things.
Um,
I have yet to play it. I will download it. I already got it, so definitely get.
It's definitely worth it. I don't know if they're still doing I think they were called elusive targets, but that gives it a lot of really cool replayability. But even without those, it's a great game. Just to play, it's got decent replayability by itself. It's kind of fun to play with friends too. Kind of not really couch co-op, but couch challenging, I guess. So it's like, hey, Faulkner, you have to kill this guy with, a penny or whatever weird things they have around the map.
Sure.
So, I definitely recommend Hitman Season 1 for the price of a Game Pass subscription. It's fully worth that.
Cool. Yeah. And then, honestly, the rest, other than Tekken Tag Tournament 2, I've only played. So we were here, which is like a online, or it's like a puzzle game. And then you have Earth Defense 2025, which I have no idea what it's about.
I bet you it's about defending Earth
In 2025.
in the year 2025.
It was a 360 game, so I don't know. And then Tekken Tag, which is a fighting game. So if you like fighting games,
I'm not. I played Tekken before. I don't think I played that one, but Tekken is actually one of my preferred fighting games when I do play.
Sure.
I think Earth Defense, going back to that, I think that's about fighting giant bugs, but I might be getting that confused with another Defending Earth game, I guess.
You mean there's more than one Defending Earth game?
There could be. I'm also not an expert on that, but
Yeah.
who knows? Yeah, I think if it's the game I'm thinking of, you fight like giant ants
Okay.
and maybe giant frogs.
Yeah.
My brother likes it, so that's all you need to know.
All right. Your brother likes weird games too.
Yep.
All right. So
All right,
that's pretty much it.
For Xbox, yeah. I mean, you want to slide on down, talk about Gears Tactics. I know it's something that you're
Yeah. So
looking forward to
Gears Tactics,
in some capacity.
one was originally announced. It was a PC only game. They now say it's coming to Xbox officially. For those that don't know, Gears Tactics is an XCOM turn-based game. You essentially have a squad. They're customizable. You upgrade their weapons, and I guess this one you have like really big boss battles. So if you're really into XCOM, which I am, XCOM has roguelike elements because the characters you have, if they get killed in battle, they're dead. They're permadead, and they level up. So I don't know if they're going to follow that same path. I hope they do. Not that they only die any equipment they have, if you don't go and pick it up off their dead bodies, you lose that equipment. And equipment
Ooh,
is pretty rare because you have to manufacture it, do research, manufacture it, and then if you lose one, that means you have to either build more or steal more from dead bodies from aliens and stuff. So,
yeah.
and it's a pretty hard game because of that roguelike element. So I kind of hope they bite into that, where like you have your cogs, you level them up. If they die,
That that makes the game more appealing. I definitely see that. To me, I I hope they have a casual mode too, because I do actually I like XCOM. I've played it. I've never beaten like a full playthrough.
yeah,
Um, but the main reason that I've stopped playing them is I'll have somebody die and just give up and not play it anymore.
yeah, it's really hard.
Um,
Yeah, because of that.
and similar to that, I'm trying to finish Fire Emblem right now, and I'm playing that on I believe it's called casual mode there. I would never play that on like the real mode because I always, not always, but I frequently have one person that I place in like the wrong spot and they just get killed in one turn. It's like that
Uh,
was dumb. Like that person would just be gone forever.
yeah,
Um, so it,
or just don't be a
it's
bitch.
a fun game type, but I don't know if adding the Gears world to that makes that more interesting to me.
I don't know.
Like completely honest, like I I like Gears. We talk about this. We've talked about this a couple times. Like the world is not that interesting to me. The story is not that interesting to me. I just like to like it plays like a fun. It plays well.
It's a
That's
good.
what I like
It's
about
a
it.
good third-person shooter, right? At the
Yeah,
end of the day, like it's really tight controls.
yeah.
It plays well. I like the
So
Gears world. I like it. So that's what that's what makes me interested in.
I mean,
We'll see how it goes. I'd be interested
it's
if
an
they
interesting world.
bring in some multiplayer concepts to Gears Tactics. It'd be kind of fun for us to like fight each other in turn-based combat. Would be kind of fun.
Um, Maybe those games, like, yes, the turn based is like, it's fun, like it's sort of like chess, but
Yeah.
yeah, as far as I remember XCOM having like you have like a 60% shot
Yeah.
or chance to hit this shot, and I don't want to play that against somebody because I don't want to leave it up to a computer.
To RNG. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I get that. Last fact about it, I guess it's a prequel. It takes place 12 years before original Gears of War, so we get to see what the world was like before the main story. Yeah, so that's Gears
Um,
Tactics. More,
that's interesting, but
yeah. For
I
you, it
don't
doesn't
remember
matter. Yeah,
the
for you,
Gears story.
yeah, for you, it doesn't matter. But for those that like Gears, it's that's interesting.
Yeah.
For the Gears news that we didn't write down, Gears 5 came out today or last night. It's out
Yeah.
today, and
It's out and it's getting rave reviews. Everybody loves playing it right now.
yes, everyone's
I
saying the
would,
campaign is fantastic.
yeah, I would love to play with you right now, but I prefer to talk to you. And it's not because Xbox Live is down or anything like that.
Which it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how we'll give our own Gears review, I guess.
Yep. In a couple of days.
Couple days.
Not too long.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Control. Control got released. It was a game I was very interested in. I know you were like unsure of what it was.
Yep.
Makers of Quantum Break and Alan Wake. I heard, barring the massive performance issues it's suffering right now, it's a good game.
I actually have heard that it's pretty fun too. I've heard that it's okay on PC and it's okay or not okay, but at least sort of playable on the upgraded consoles,
Yeah.
but almost unplayable on like um, just a regular Xbox One or regular PS4,
Yeah.
um, which kind of sucks. But you know,
Yeah, I
we're so far into the life cycle of these consoles, so
well,
it's an understandable thing, I guess.
yeah, I mean, especially for the Xbox One, the S and the OG one, like a lot of these games now that's coming out are running at like 720p, not even full 1080p, which is
Yeah,
crazy. It's almost like
especially
we
like,
reverted back.
yeah, it's 2019. That's like something that you were seeing in 2008,
Yeah, 360 games are running at
2009.
1080p,
Yeah,
you know? So it's insane.
but it is a, from what I know, I haven't seen it really in action. I haven't watched too much about it. But there is a lot of like physics-based stuff, I guess,
Hmm.
with your telekinetic powers. Um, so that makes sense, I guess, that it struggles a bit,
Yeah.
but also it's 2019. Like it's time to get things working.
Yeah. Well, it is what it
Uh,
is. I other than that, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of Xbox news. I don't know about you.
I mean, I'll just throw this in there. NBA 2K20 also came out. That was number two on my list of things to download. So I'm still waiting for Gears to finish downloading when Xbox Live gets back up. But I will also give a short 2K20 update next week.
Right on. All right. Let's get to Nintendo news. Nintendo was huge this week. They had the Direct, lots of Direct
Yep.
news, but there's a bunch of news prior to the Direct that I had already collected. But let's go over your initial thoughts on Astral Chain since you bought that at launch.
Yep. So Astral Chain, I used one of my vouchers on it. Um, it's a platinum game. It plays fairly similarly to other platinum games I played in the past. Um, I will say it feels a little dumbed down combat wise, and a little bit more intense just world wise, where you're going around and like talking to people. Not that it's more intense, there's just more to do. It's a good game.
Good.
It takes quite a while to get through each level, at least so far in what I played. So it's not something that I would really pick up and um, play 20 minutes or play for an hour. It's one of those games where I want to sit and play for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours,
Yeah.
really dedicate some time to. But I can definitely say that I recommend it. It starts off a little bit slow, but as soon as you get like one or two chapters in, you're just like, you have a bunch more powers. The game gets way, I don't want to say way crazier, but it starts throwing more enemies at you, different types of enemies, and it's pretty cool. There was one part where it introduced a new enemy, and I wasn't sure what to do, and I spent probably 25, 30 minutes just like banging my head against it, like, why am I not hurting this? I've tried everything.
Yeah.
And then I forgot about this one special move that you can do, and I was like, I am such an idiot. This is like literally spelled out for you in the fight, and I just didn't figure it out for the longest time. So I'm hoping for more of that. I think the more that I play it, but it's good. It's definitely a fun
Good.
game and
I'm hearing great things.
a
Yeah, I hear it's
surprise.
great. It's a great game. I've heard good things. I don't know if I'll ever get it, but who knows?
Um, if you like action games at all, I fully recommend it. It does take a bit of time to get to like the real action game feel,
Yeah.
but it's good. It's an interesting change of pace for the genre, I would say.
Cool.
Let's slide on down. Overwatch was officially announced on Switch or coming to Switch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not actually out yet. Um, this is great. I've actually been playing Overwatch on Xbox with a couple of my friends because I believe it was on sale and they all bought it.
Yeah.
Um, Overwatch is a great game. It's cool that it's on Switch. It's going to be a hard pass for me because I don't want to buy it again. I tried to convince you to buy it on a new console.
No, I have it on PC. I'm not. If they offered cross progress or cross save, I probably would have 100% got it. To be honest, on Xbox,
Yeah,
not on
that's
not on
understandable.
Switch.
No,
Switch is not really
Switch.
a platform
I'm
I'm really
worried about.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried it's not going to work very well.
But
Which is
yeah,
just a concern you'll have with any Switch game that
it does have the gyro
you know
aiming.
looks decent on other
Yeah, it does
consoles.
have the gyro aiming, which I don't know if it's good or not.
That's
Yeah.
nice. That's it has to work well. I don't want to play with gyro aiming too much. I enjoyed it in like Breath of the Wild, but other than that, it's like I don't need
Yeah.
that
Me
at
too.
all. I didn't. I played a decent amount of Splatoon, which I guess is the other game that like really uses that or relies on it. Um, and it's fun, but it's not really for me. I don't care too much. Like I don't want to play Overwatch with gyro aiming for
Hmm.
sure, but it's cool that they actually put that in. Something that I'm more into, I guess, was they announced that voice chat will be integrated in the game. Um, it's great when you hear that
Yeah, it's
because
wonderful for Switch.
the only other way to play that, yeah, for Switch, it's like I don't know, go on Discord or go on Skype
Yeah,
or pull up your phone and
Xbox Live.
talk to each other on the phone. Yeah, I've done all of these
Yeah,
things.
so
I've never talked on the Nintendo
it's so
app or
dumb.
whatever. Um, so I hope more big games do that to kind of, I don't know, maybe push Nintendo in the right
Well,
direction.
I
But
I hope because it's a Blizzard game, Switch also gets voice chat integration for Diablo on Switch.
that'd be great. I don't see it for
Yeah,
Diablo 3, but
Diablo 4,
maybe soon. Maybe if they're gonna make a Diablo
BlizzCon
4, I don't know.
2019.
BlizzCon, that's coming up,
Yeah,
right?
it's like 2 months away.
Hey, they could announce it, or they could announce that Diablo Eternal is coming to Oculus Rift. So
Or Stadia.
we, or that's actually more likely. Um,
That's such a
but
terrible
who
joke.
knows?
I can't believe that's a thing. All right. Now let's get into some Metrovania type of side-scrolling platformers. We have Shovel Knight news. There's actually a bunch of Shovel Knight news. They have Shovel Knight Dig,
I-
which
Is Shovel Knight a Metroidvania?
it's definitely a
I
platformer.
guess
I never played the series.
it's a
Yeah.
platformer. Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh man, I, you know, I try not to judge my friends, but I'm judging you a little bit right
Yeah.
now, for sure.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight's great. I bought Shovel Knight multiple times. I bought it first when it came out on 3DS. I think it was just like a game drought time or something. I was like, I'm just gonna buy this and see what it's like. I completely beat the game, and I was like, I've never played a game like that. I guess it is sort of like I've never played Mega Man, but I've heard that's, I guess, Mega Man
Yeah.
esque, or that generation of game. It looks great, music's great, it plays well, it's a lot of fun. I super recommend it, and I'm very excited for Shovel Knight Dig.
Yeah. Well, I loved
Very, very excited.
SteamWorld Dig, and it's got SteamWorld Dig vibes
It does sort of.
in a way.
It's got more from what they have shown. It has more of a, I guess, like built level
Yeah.
vibe to it, but we haven't really seen that much. It could have just been what they've shown could be just like little snippets here and there saying like, we have this, we have that, we have this, blah blah blah. Um, this was one of the most exciting things in the direct for me, for sure.
Yeah. It looks great, man. Very interested in it.
And
But they also announced
you,
like two other Shovel Knight titles.
yeah, I think those are actually, I am not 100% positive, but I think those are part of like DLC for like the real Shovel Knight, or DLC or expansions, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
them.
that makes sense.
Um, I'm not positive on that, but I believe that they were expecting more Shovel Knight proper expansions or whatever you want to call them to come
Hmm.
out. I think that's what those were, and I also think if you buy Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, I think it's called, you
Yeah.
get that included, so that's not an extra purchase.
Okay.
Which I have on Switch, and you should get on Switch because it's a great game. It just the general Shovel Knight is worth the price
Sure.
alone, and if there's extra free content, it's definitely worth it.
All right. So here's some details on Dig. First Shovel Knight adventure in Hypixel. Every adventure is different. Levels have meticulously crafted and stitched together using prior generation techniques. Jump slash your way down. Speed shovel mechanics. Grow in power and wealth as you descend. New characters. Dig features of Siri. Cool. And the soundtrack.
That all sounds good to me.
Yeah. And then the other one is the King of Cards. Is the
Mm,
final expansion. That's it.
yes,
It's an
so
all
that
new
that
game
is
larger than the original. How's that an expansion if it's it's all new and larger than the original? It's like a different game. It's the
we're
sequel, if anything, right?
we're expanding, baby.
I guess there's a card based game part of it. I guess King of Cards, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
the third title is Shovel Knight Showdown, which I think is just a multiplayer.
I'm not sure. Who knows?
Yeah,
All I know is you should get Shovel Knight. It's a good game.
yeah. So yeah, yep. So there it is. It's like a battle royale. It's like Smash Brothers for Shovel Knight.
Did you just try to compare Smash Brothers to Battle Royale on accident?
Yeah, on accident. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's multiple. There's 16 people, and then one person wins. So in a way, it is battle royale, right? Like, how many people can be in a Smash fight now? A
Um,
lot, right?
I'm not
Like eight.
positive.
There's like eight
I, oh,
NPCs or whatever.
uh, definitely 8, maybe 16.
Definitely
Not
eight,
not sure.
but eight's pretty large for a
Yeah.
fighting game.
Mhm.
So
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
yeah,
Let's keep it moving. Another game that I enjoy that's not Shovel Knight or Smash Bros, but sort of plays like them, I guess.
yeah.
Like a little bit. It's a 2D side-scrolling game, a classic to me. One of the best games of all time. Castle Crashers is coming to the Switch. I'm very excited about this game. I really want to play Castle Crashers again. I don't know if I want to put the time in to unlock everybody, but depending on the price, this is a must buy.
Must buy.
Um,
I might wait for a
I,
sale.
I, I mean,
Yeah,
that's depending on the price. Like if it's too expensive early on, I'm not gonna get it.
yeah.
But if it's cheap or if it goes on a good sale, I'll definitely get Castle Crashers. It's a game that I want to play again. I want to play it with people who I know who haven't played it.
Sure.
It's just a good game.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I will. I've
It's
been
it's a
interested.
simple
I just
one.
never jumped into it. Speaking of
You never played
platformers,
Castle Crashers?
no, I've never played it.
Jesus.
Yeah. Speaking of
All
platformers,
right.
we'll
Well,
get into Mega Man. Mega Man Zero and ZX Collection is coming out. That's 6 titles in one collection for like $30, which is actually a really good deal for the amount of games you get.
yep.
You've never played a Mega Man game, and you
I played Mega Man on Super Smash Brothers, I think.
you sh-
So
you shit on me about Castle Crashers and Shovel Knight. We never played Mega Man.
yeah, but those games are good. Mega Man.
It's fantastic series. You fuck.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like Mega Man. I know Mega Man has a gun on his arm. He's got cool armor. Doesn't he have a dog?
In the later series, yeah, yeah, he has a dog.
Okay, that's all I know about Mega Man.
It's great,
Oh,
man.
he fights. Doesn't he fight the Mustache Man, or is
He
that
does.
Sonic?
No, Egg. God, I can't completely blanked, and I've beat Mega Man X and up to X3 like two to 3 times each.
See,
Yeah,
That'll teach you.
that will
Um,
teach me.
I also will just throw this in there. I've never played a Sonic game, um,
It's before your time, huh?
so I guess so. I
Yeah.
was alive for Sonic.
Yeah, but you weren't alive and
Just
playing
never played
games.
it. I feel like I was. I just wasn't. I wasn't doing it at that time. I was
Yeah.
alive, just wasn't playing that.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, for me, Sonic, SNES, Genesis era was my prime. Like I was around just a little after the NES era. Like just a little after. I did play a little bit NES when I was a kid, and then I moved to Super Nintendo and then PlayStation. So that's kind of like the progression
yeah,
system. But my main bulk was Super NES. So I would say your main bulk is that era after.
mine is like my first console that I had was N64,
Yeah,
but I didn't. I mean, I played a lot of it, but I didn't play like that much.
sure.
Um, my first like I guess real game time was first Xbox for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, so you're just after like I'm even maybe considered console generations before you then.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So
It's like you're from the past.
it's insane, huh? It's nutty.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great collection. If you're really into platformers and you've done all the Mega Man ones, it's probably worth getting into. As for my generation of games, there's another collection coming out. The Aladdin Lion King ports are coming out. Sadly, the Aladdin port is based off the Genesis version, not the SNES, because for some reason these two games were different on the two platforms. They weren't just identical. I don't know why. I own the SNES version of Aladdin. It's one of my favorite platformers of that generation. Fantastic, extremely hard. Lion King, I don't think has ever been beaten. That's how hard it is. It's never been beaten. It's
I've watched the whole Lion King movie at least like 20 times, so
yeah, but the game's never been
I'm
beaten.
ready to beat it.
Yeah, the game's gonna be like $30 coming out in October 29th. I guess they're adding a rewind and quick save feature, so probably someone's gonna beat it now.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. Other games coming out: Bulletstorm, Duke of Switch Edition. You've never played Bulletstorm, which it kind of blows my
Nope.
mind.
Tell me about Bulletstorm. What is it? Is it about shooting guns?
Yeah, it's
A
just
lot of them.
a bro action game. I don't know what else to say. It's just a bro game, and you just go around shooting. But you collect like style points for like
Like style.
yeah, for like doing like weird crazy shit. Like so you have this whip where you can like grab people and pull to you, but when you pull them, they start floating in the air in slow mo. And then you could like shoot them in the crotch and you get extra points for shooting them in the crotch, or you could kick them with your foot. But when you kick them with your foot and you kick them into like spikes, you get points for like kicking them in the spikes and stuff like that.
It sounds interesting, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Is
like
it like a first-person shooter?
yeah, it's a first person shooter. I'm trying to find the clip, and it's just like this over the top action, right? Now I have some clips playing, and you just have all these crazy weapons, and yeah, that's all it is. It's like
Uh,
it's like Fast and the Furious level of over the top
oh
action.
God.
Yeah, so you got like miniguns and whips and like these modes. And what makes it more over the top
What?
is they integrated Duke Nukem into like some expansions for it. So you
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of like a Duke Nukem game.
yeah, so if you know what Duke Nukem is, then that over the top nature,
do know.
yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, that's so. What is this like a 360 game? Is it a
I
Xbox One game? Like what?
I want to say
what,
it came out in
generation?
2011, so 360.
Okay, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Again, the Switch is not. That's not where I hope to play
Would
those
want to
kinds
play
of
that
games.
game, yeah.
So, if that was something that they added to like Game Pass,
I'm surprised it's not on Game
Um,
Pass, to be honest. That's
I mean, it might be, and we just
missed it.
don't know. There's too many games on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Um, I'm interested in that. I like a good fun just
Romp.
fuck around shooter,
Yeah.
um, or just game in general. But you know, if you asked me to choose between that and Mega Man, I would choose Mega Man
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure, especially for Switch. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
surprised it's even coming out on Switch. I didn't even know that
it,
was like a desired market, but
a
Switch is
thing
like,
that people wanted.
yeah,
Yeah,
like Switch is in such a, like this weird, interesting area because they get so many ports,
yeah.
and a lot of
And I mean, it's
ports
a
do
hit
really
maker.
well. A lot of ports do really well
Hmm.
on Switch, and a lot of these ports are older games that people never got to, and now they're
Hmm.
getting to probably because whoever
The Switch doesn't have. I mean, it has a lot of games, but it doesn't have like
it's
every game that you're buying on other consoles. So you're
yeah
kind of always looking for something.
yeah like Witcher 3 is coming to Switch, and you're like, I don't think anyone ever wanted Witcher 3 on the Switch, but I'm 100% sure it's going to do really well on the Switch, you know? So,
That's the one that I could see maybe not doing as well as like some of these other ports that are coming out, just because like if you want if you wanted to play Witcher 3 by now, you would have bought it on sale. Like
sure.
I think I bought the full game plus all the DLC like a couple Christmases ago for like 10, 15, $20, which is like an amazing deal.
Hmm.
Um, and it runs pretty well on Xbox and it looks pretty good on Xbox. But Witcher 3, like from what they've shown, like it's amazing that they got it running on the Switch
Yeah.
for sure.
Just to
Like
run.
I give them like three thumbs up. Like that's crazy. Like it. I mean, we haven't actually seen too much of it like in action, like with crazy stuff going on. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
But we'll see.
I could see that not doing too well. But also, it's a great game, and if you haven't played it, the Switch is a fun place to play games because you can take it with you. So
I think it's just the good
we'll
hype
see.
marketing hype time with Cyberpunk, right? So it's like they're CD Projekt Red's making a lot of noise with Cyberpunk. Everyone's saying Witcher 3 was great. The people that missed out on Witcher 3 that I think that only have a Switch as their primary console. Like I would say as
Hmm.
gamers, the Switch is never your primary console. Like you either have an Xbox or a PlayStation, and then you
Or
have a
PC.
Switch, right? Yeah, or PC,
Yeah.
and then you have a Switch as your secondary. Now, I don't think most people are like Switch is my primary and my Xbox or PlayStation and PC is my secondary. I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Although I probably play my Switch more than I play my Xbox, as weird as that sounds. Um, but yes, I
Yeah,
do agree with what you said
yeah.
for sure.
And then this kind of goes into the next game, right? Risk of Rain 2's got released on Switch or on consoles, right? We're excited, but I'm pretty sure we would rather play it on Xbox than play it on the Switch.
Yep. I just because it'll probably run better on
Yeah.
Xbox. I haven't bought it on either of them because I would much, much, much prefer to have that on Switch just because that's kind of where I prefer to play those types of games. For whatever reason, I don't know, some weird psychological thing.
Yeah. Which is weird because it's a third person shooter. It's not a platformer like the original Risk of Rain. Or a,
No.
yeah. But
Yeah, it's I don't know. I've heard great things about the game. I have heard that it doesn't run well on the Switch, which is no surprise because it didn't run well on PC once you get far into it.
yeah.
Probably doesn't run well on Xbox. So, as much as people say it's a great game and they enjoy it, I'm gonna hold off until a deep sale or a good fix, I guess. Which is, sad
Dude,
for sure.
that game's coming out on Game Pass. 6 months. Guarantee it.
It is. Oh,
That's
okay.
my prediction.
I believe that. I believe that. I mean, Dead Cells came out or is coming out. Um,
Oh, we didn't talk about Game Pass news. Oh,
ah,
Game Pass
leave
news.
that for Monday. We got to have some stuff.
Uh, spoilers:
Uh,
Dead Cells is on Game
it,
Pass now. If you haven't played it, you need to get your life together and fucking play that game. That game is amazing.
that is
2018's game of the year.
top. Not only that, it's like top three, top five games of all time for me. That game is so
It's
much fun. I've probably played that more than anything in the past couple of years, just sitting playing over
yeah,
and over.
and
Good
it's still getting
runs.
updates, constant updates, free updates.
I don't know if I'd say constant, but yes, free and
Well,
good updates.
PC's getting the updates. They're about to.
Okay, yeah.
They just launched their third update on PC, and we should be receiving
Hmm.
it shortly on console.
Ah,
So the
can't wait.
company Motion Twin. So the team that's doing the updates is no longer Motion Twin.
Hmm.
Motion Twin actually broke up, and some of the employees left Motion Twin to form another team, and that team is dedicated to updating Dead Cells. But
Oh,
it's not like
see, I didn't know any of that.
it's not like a bad breakup. It's an amicable breakup. So I guess how Motion Twin work is as a business they're run as a co-op. So everyone are equals.
Hmm.
But the problem is when you get a game that's like has grown as big as Dead Cells, that hierarchical system actually doesn't work to get things developed well. So they actually had to break it
Yeah.
up so they could have a team that's follows a more traditional structured team design. That way they can keep doing the updates at a better rate. That's at least that's what they've said officially.
Hey, I'm certain there's probably something else or something underlying
Yeah.
that caused them to break up.
But the
You
two
know,
the two companies have a great relationship together. They support each other still.
that's cool. I'm
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Because I hope they make more updates and I hope they
Well,
make
that's
another cool game too, for sure.
well, that's the thing that the Motion Twin wanted to work on a completely new IP, but they
Hmm.
couldn't do it while they're working with like keeping Dead Cells updated because of that co-op type
Yeah.
system. So that's why they split up. That way they can do work on a new IP and still support Dead Cells heavily. So, FY things to learn about
Good
today.
news for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, we win. So Dead's Risk of Rain probably wait for a sale. I may or may not get it on Switch. It might be an Xbox purchase, but
I mean,
I can
it
wait.
could also be a just don't purchase a game
Yeah,
from it's been out for how long on PC and
yeah,
they still don't have it running well. It doesn't bode well. I want to play it, but if it doesn't run well, I'm not.
yeah. Plus, there's no
I probably
rush.
won't buy it.
There's no rush in playing
Yeah.
this game. I mean, they do constant updates. I guess they're doing like a complete skills update in September, which means the game is probably going to change quite drastically between
Yep.
now and that update. So it's fine. Let's get to the big topic of the week is Nintendo Direct. They had a huge 30-minute Direct. I guess they actually had like a mini weird sub Direct, but let's talk about the main Direct. What big news?
The biggest news to me is the SNES coming to Switch Online. I'm not too crazy about SNES. It was never really my system, as we talked about a little bit before, but there are some games on there that I know are certified bangers that I want to play again. Specifically, Zelda: Link to the Past. I love that game. That's one of my favorites of all time. Um, I would say that's the big news. To me, the other big news was Animal Crossing. A little bit more footage,
Yeah,
a little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there.
yeah.
Um, you know, game's not out yet, but I that's like my number one. Can't wait. I love Animal Crossing. Um, but we can roll it back. Was there anything about the SNES that you were particularly excited about? Um,
I think
I know this is more of your jam.
this is my wheelhouse. This is my era. I think the coolest part of this SNES release is the size of the catalog. 20 games
Yeah, I
at
was.
launch, bangers. Like these aren't like the NES launch was like kind of garbage because you had
Yeah,
like one hit and then you had garbage, 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 and then like a hit
I
and then
mean,
garbage, garbage, garbage. And to me, all of it is garbage, garbage, garbage because I was never a big NES fan to begin with.
yeah. I was gonna say, I didn't give a hoot's hoot about the NES. It was
Yeah,
like, it's cool that you throw that on and like try to make Switch Online
yeah,
more worth it, but that adds nothing to me, like at all.
yeah,
This adds something, and I've never really been a NES or SNES guy, so
dude.
this,
Mario
I mean,
World,
this is cool.
Mario World, 9 out of 10. I've never played Mario World 2, but I hear that's like a 9 out of 10. OG Mario Kart at its time for a kart game,
I love that game.
nine out of
I
ten.
do like that game. Yeah,
Link to the Past, 10 out of 10. Right, Super Metroid,
that's
10
a
out of 10.
premium.
Star Fox, nine
Never
out of
played Super
10.
Metroid.
Oh, see, and you
Star
like
Fox is not
platformers.
a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I do. I am excited about Super Metroid. That's like the one besides Link to the Past that I remember off the top of my
Yeah,
head that I am excited about and want to play.
yeah. F-Zero is actually a fun racing game if you're into racing games. That's the hardest
Yeah,
part, right? Sound Effects, never played
Captain
it,
Falcon.
don't care. Pilot Wings, didn't care when that era came out because it's like a flying. I didn't care. Kirby Dream Land 3 is actually really good.
I like Kirby.
Dream
I don't.
Course,
I
don't
may
care.
have played that one.
Yeah. Super Ghouls and Ghosts,
Um,
fantastically hard platformer. You might actually like it. It's really hard. It's good platformer. I still own that on my. I still own that cartridge. Demon Crest never got to play. Heard it's great. Super Soccer, meh, don't care. It's kind of hard to go back to sports games of that era when you have like games of this era.
New
Yeah,
ones. It depends on the
they
game.
just
But I do agree with that.
they
Like
just don't age
NFL
well.
Blitz is like NFL Blitz is the all-time
All time.
NFL
Yeah.
game. I know. Yeah, they'll Madden will never compare. Like I
Well,
know Madden is more
well,
realistic.
yeah, because I actually really like Blitz because of the arcadey nature of it. Right. That's why I
Yeah,
liked NBA
NBA
Jam.
Jam, one of the best.
Fucking
Yeah.
killed it, dude. If they release NBA Jam, oof.
Well, they really. I mean, they probably won't because of the like
Oh
licensing
shit, yeah,
issues.
that's a good point.
But
Yeah.
um, what was that supposed remake or spiritual successor? NBA Playgrounds, I think it was called.
No.
Man,
No.
no, such a
Yeah.
letdown.
Um.
I did play it a lot though, but that was like early
Yeah.
Switch. I played that a lot because I had that and I had Breath of the Wild for like the two games, that and Puyo Puyo Tetris. And I was like, man, I'm not gonna play Puyo Puyo Tetris because I don't like Tetris,
Yeah.
but I don't always want to play Breath of the Wild, so I'm gonna play NBA Jam or not NBA Jam, NBA
Yeah.
Playgrounds.
Well, they got Super Puyo Puyo
Not
2
a good
here.
game. Yeah,
Never played it.
yeah,
Not really that interested in it.
I I know I just ragged on Tetris or Puyo Puyo a little bit, but it's not bad. Like the whatever version I had, like the most recent one, was not a bad game. It's kind of
Yeah.
fun. Um, I did only buy it because Allison, my girlfriend, likes Tetris for whatever reason. It's like one of the games she enjoys. Um, I'd be interested to check that out for sure, since it's going to be free with Switch Online, and I have another year through
For
Prime
Prime,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, it's that honestly is like the third most interesting one on that list for
Yeah.
me
Um,
personally.
the rest is garbage except for Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire is a great JRPG. If you got time for that.
Yeah, I don't have time
Yeah.
for that for sure. Do you know what time it is in the year?
I know.
It's game time, baby.
Yeah.
We got games coming
I
out.
know, I know. And then the last SNES news, they're coming out with the SNES controller, which
It's
I,
nothing special. They're stealing
yeah,
8-Bito or
I
whatever
I
it's
think
called.
you're
They're
better
stealing the
off. I
thunder.
think you're better off getting 8-bit dough to be honest.
Yeah, I mean you can get. I actually have the. Is that how you say 8-Bito? I have the 8-Bito SNES
Yeah.
controller. Um, it was on sale on Amazon, and I saw it, and I was like, I could use another wireless Switch controller for whatever
Yeah.
reason. I can guarantee you that that one works very well.
Hmm.
So I highly recommend that. I'm certain the Nintendo one works very well.
but
but
it's more expensive. It
it's
does.
probably more expensive, and
It is more
also
expensive.
just use whatever controller you
It's
have.
100% more expensive. It's like
Is
35,
it
almost $40, yeah. Where the 8-bit dough is like
okay?
$30 or something. And then 8-bit dough,
I think I got mine on sale for like
yeah,
15.
8-bit dough came out with their pro
So
version of that controller with the handles, with the
yeah,
grips. Dude,
but that's not, the exact feel of the SNES
that's
controller.
fine.
Is that what you
Yeah,
want?
I want more comfort.
I will say that the 8-bit one is also not the exact same feel. I feel like it's a little bit different than what I remember from like the couple times I have played SNES. Um, all of these options have more buttons or more
Sure.
triggers, I guess. So you're not going to get a one to
Yeah.
one, but
Well, here's the thing.
stick to
Here's
8-bit.
the thing. The Nintendo triggers, there's no trigger. So it has the traditional Super Nintendo shoulder buttons, and then the Z, L, and
Mhm.
the RL are small buttons more toward the center. So they're not like triggers. Yeah,
Oh,
which is worse. The 8-bit
yeah.
is better because they're
To
actual
me, that's
triggers. Yeah,
worse.
yeah,
And I actually played one of the entire seasons that we played Diablo 3 on
yeah,
Switch. I played it with that 8-bit SNES
yeah,
controller, and it was pretty
yeah,
comfortable with the little bumpers on top. So
yeah. Yeah. So this one doesn't. Like you
I,
have.
I said it before, but I'll say it again. Stay away from that Nintendo one. Although I bet you they have nice plastic,
I bet you. Yeah,
a
I bet you
good
it,
feel,
the manufacturing
high
feels
quality.
real choice.
Yeah, yeah, top quality plastic. Feels good in your
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, but I would say SNES on Switch Online, much needed for Switch Online because Switch Online for the most part is garbage.
Yeah,
Other than cloud saves,
I
that's the
mean,
only reason I have it.
yeah, cloud saves and Diablo 3 are the
Yeah.
only things that have been useful. I played some other games online, like I don't know, Splatoon, for example, Mario Kart. That's nothing special.
Yeah.
Like Splatoon, I know requires it, relies on it, but I I could easily skip Nintendo
Yep.
Online without these other things.
So I think
You know,
this is a great direction. They start tossing out 1 to 2 games a month. In about a year, they're going to push out N64,
ooh, that's my
right?
jam, baby.
Right. So like if
Can't
they can
wait.
follow that train of thought, right? They go 1 year of
Hmm.
SNES releases, maybe 2 releases a month, and then in a year they pop out 64, and they keep releasing. Maybe they back off SNES releases from 2 to 1, right? And they kind of
Yep.
follow that gravy train. I think they'll be set.
Or counterpoint, just sell all that shit. Just sell
That's a
it.
good point too.
Just
Just put it out there.
put it all out.
Yeah,
Just throw it out there. I'll buy it. I'll buy a lot of it.
yeah,
I can't wait. Like, just let me buy the N64 games I want now,
yeah.
and I'll give you money. I know they have like Turok on the Switch store, but I don't care about Turok. Just like, what is it? Jet Force Gemini. Put Jet Force Gemini out there. I want to play that.
If they,
Put Super Mario 64 out there. I want to play that
yeah,
again.
just put them out as collections. Mario collection,
Yeah.
all the Mario games, all of them,
Yeah.
right?
You don't have to do a Zelda collection. I bought all those games many
Yeah, but if you're gonna
times,
start
but
doing collections, you're gonna do like you're gonna do a Mario collection, you're gonna do a Zelda collection, you're gonna do all the mainstays, right?
I mean,
Metroid collection,
yes,
bop bop bop
especially
bop.
like I feel like the Switch can run a lot of
Oh,
those games.
100%.
Maybe it can't do some of the Wii stuff where it relies a little bit more on motion sensors, but I know that it does have the infrared on one of the Joy-Cons, so maybe it can. Like Mario Party relies a bit on like motion
Yep.
sensing, so
Yeah, they can do it.
that would be awesome. That would be cool. I would pay, depending on the series, like up to $100 for maybe even more for like you give me every Zelda game, and if it works
Yeah.
well, that would be
Well,
awesome.
look how
That would be so cool.
Capcom's doing with the Mega Man collection. They've released essentially every single Mega Man game is available in their collections from 1
Hmm.
to X to now to the Z series, you can get every one. And they just break them up in parts. Each one has 5 to 6 titles. Just do it that way. Zelda Game Boy Collection,
Um,
Zelda,
oof,
right? N64 Collection,
I would love
right?
that.
It's just stuff like that.
Yes,
Just break it up by whatever.
whatever it came
Yeah,
out
whatever
in,
it came out in.
or do
Or an
a
era.
series encompassing. Yeah, like
Zelda of the 90s, Zelda of the 2000s.
Zelda 90s, Zelda
Yeah.
80s. I mean, Zelda 80s is what, one game, two
Dude,
games?
they could make a mini device for Zelda games. Zelda Mini.
Just a little Triforce.
Yeah. And you just HDMI in, and it has the whole Zelda collection except for
Yep.
the Switch versions, and that's it.
Man, I feel like we're talking about the future, but we just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Like that's probably going to happen. Um,
All right, let's finish up on
we've
some.
talked too much about
Yeah,
it.
let's
Yeah.
finish up on this direct news. Titles that you found interesting for you.
I mean, I already said it. Animal Crossing is the one I care about. The other like thing that I'm keeping my eye on just a little bit is Divinity. Is it Original Sin 2 or just Sin 2?
Original Sin 2.
I never played any of those. I know it's already out on Switch, and I want to play it. I know you're more interested just because it has that cross save functionality between Switch and PC, which I don't think is something we've seen. I guess the closest we've
No.
seen to that has been like Fortnite,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not really a
No.
cross save. That's just a you can play on your account on other
Well,
things.
that's a live service, and this is not a live service, right? So, Original Sin
Mhm.
2 is a PC Western RPG. So it's kind of like a
Mhm.
Dungeons and Dragon game, right? Turn-based combat, but the world when you're traveling the world is real time. You can actually it's multiplayer. You could actually split up and interact differently and treat the world differently. Like I could go and talk to this guy, or I could steal something from this guy and then blame it on your
Mhm.
character, and then your character could get sent to jail.
I'm not gonna play that game with
Yeah, I'm
you
just saying.
for sure.
Like conceptually, this is what that kind of game is like. So you can play it all single player, but you can actually split up your team and take control of each character and have them go this way and interact over here while your other groups over here. Great combat system. What was really unique about Original Sin 2 originally is they came out with the definitive edition and rewrote hours of scripts of storyline and changed certain parts of the game for free. Like huge update.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Larian Games or Larian Studios is the company that made it, and they're doing Baldur's Gate 3. So if you're a PC RPG nerd, Baldur's Gate was the fucking
I know about Baldur's
was the
Gate.
fucking shit
Yeah.
in its time. So they're doing Baldur's Gate 3. So the fact that you can cross save with Steam, essentially, it's Steam, not necessarily PC, it's Steam, is unprecedented.
Sorry.
It's new. Like, no one's done that. And that just shows if one company can do it, this just opens up,
Anybody can.
like it opens up thought process for everyone else to go, like, hey, we don't have to keep it on one platform.
I mean,
But honestly,
it's a good thing for developers
yeah,
because
fantastic for developer.
if you have to buy it on Switch, you have to buy it on Steam.
Yeah.
It's not a cross-buy
No.
thing. It's a cross-save.
Yeah.
It's the only blocker I see is Nintendo saying we don't want this, or Sony saying we don't want this. We don't want. I don't want to just throw Sony
Sure.
under the bus, but Sony or Microsoft
Yeah.
saying like we don't want this to happen for whatever reason. We don't want. I could see some live service game where it's like we don't want this game to be able to. Basically, like a cosmetics thing. Like,
Yeah.
we don't want you to be able to buy these cosmetics on this platform and then be able to use them on our platform.
Yeah, I think
Because we're not going to get our cut out.
with live services,
We're not going to get this out of that.
it'll be a little harder. But I think with games like this, where you're just like,
Hmm.
I got to buy the game individually for each platform. There's no MTX system. There's no microtransaction system for these games. They're just the game. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Like I'm on my PC playing the game, and then I have to go on the go or go on the plane and travel. I can take the game with me on my console, my handheld. That's
Hmm.
fucking great. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to bring. Honestly, I don't think I would ever play it on the Switch. I'd probably play it on the console Xbox before I played it on the Switch, just for the graphic fidelity of it. I also don't
Hmm.
know how well it runs on the Switch either.
I know nothing about
Yeah,
it. I think of it as like a, I guess, more single player Diablo, which I don't know if that's right. Um,
not as visceral or fast
I
paced because it's
okay.
turn based combat,
Uh, to me,
right?
that screams Switch to me.
Sure.
Uh, that it sounds perfect. I'm I'm not gonna buy it right away. There's too many games
Yeah,
coming out right now. I already have too many Switch games to play. I already have.
that's fair.
I'm gonna have my time's gonna be soaked up, game soaked up, gamed up. I am. I've already put it as like a preferred game or whatever on
Hmm.
Switch. I'm looking for it. I'm waiting. I'm lurking in the shadows as soon as the sale comes that I'm happy to pay
Sure.
that amount of money for. I think it's $50 right now, which
It's a little high.
a lot of people have said is it's worth it. It's a great game, but it's a little high for me right
For me,
now.
it's a little high for a game that's been out for a while now on other platforms. $30 would have been much
That's
more
true.
convincing for me. $50 is I can wait for a sale.
That's
That's wait for a sale
that's a
price. Yeah,
painful, yeah. That's a for sure wait
yeah.
for a sale.
But a lot of people give it like a 9 out of 10 for RPGs. It's considered by a lot of people one of the
I've
greatest
heard,
RPGs ever made.
yeah, I've heard it's a classic, like a modern
Yeah,
classic. A one that if you like RPGs, you don't want to
yeah,
miss. So I don't want to miss it, but I don't want to pay $50 for a game that's been out that
yeah.
long. Which is, if it's that good of a game and it's something I haven't played, it's probably the um, wrong way to think about it. But it's just how I
Yeah.
feel.
I feel the same way.
It's been out for a
Yeah,
while.
I feel the exact same way.
I'm,
So, a lot of RPGs coming out. Was it Game Freak's coming out with their RPG, Little Town Hero, which you said was
is
not
it
convincing for you?
is it an
Yeah.
RPG? I don't know what it actually is. Like it looks like some weird combat game. This one I actually heard is only going to be $30. So if there is a selling point for it, like that's it. But also if it's only $30, that kind of pushes me away from it
Yeah.
a little bit. Um, has Game Freak ever put out a game that you wanted to play besides Pokemon? That's a question I have for
Is
you.
this their first new IP or second IP?
I'm I'm almost positive they put out other things before. Um, I just can't think of
Yeah.
them off the top of my head. I feel like I should look that up. There's got to be something like
Oh, I don't like that.
why
For some reason, the world map, I don't
what?
like that world map at all. This is the game right here I'm
Oh,
playing right now.
yeah. I see the video. Sorry, I wasn't looking when you said that. But I don't know. Like the combat doesn't look that tight to me. Like,
Maybe,
and that's what it is. It's not going to be a big game. It's called Little Town
yeah.
Hero. Like, what do you expect? Um, I am looking at the Game Freak list of games, and there are other games on here that I've enjoyed, um, I guess, but there's no other like IP where I'm like,
Winner.
that's
Yeah.
the shit,
Yeah.
Uh, Mario and Wario is like the other big one. And there's some other things on here where it's like, yeah, I recognize that, but I don't. There's nothing on here that's not Pokemon that you look at and you're like,
That looks great.
fuck
Yeah.
yeah,
That's fine.
that's my shit. And I don't think this game is gonna do that.
That's fair. I mean, it's not
I
really
think
on
it,
my buy list. It's more like, we'll see what the reviews and people say, but I'm probably not going to get it.
yeah, I probably will get it at some point when it's on sale.
Yeah.
It's a sale game for me. But also, this is one of those where it's like, if it comes out and people are like, yo, Game Freak, what the fuck? Like, this is everything that they haven't done to Pokemon, they put in this game, and it's like some crazy fucking fun turn-based game. Oh, it could be a day one. This is my sleeper day one of the year,
No way. It's
like
is
for sure.
definitely not going to be that good. I just watching
I have zero hope,
just watching
zero hope for
that
it,
clip. I'm like, I don't think it's going to be day
but
one.
it could be tight.
Could be. Has
Um,
well, I mean, it has the pedigree to be tight. How about that?
I don't even know if it has that. I mean,
Well,
I don't want to hate on Game Freak, but Game Freak is
I guess for new IPs,
not
right?
that sick. Like, yeah, I mean, even Pokemon, they fuck up. Excuse my language, but they mess up Pokemon all the time. Like, the last two Pokemons were nothing special and maybe not that fun, to be honest.
Well,
Like, I'm excited for the next Pokemon.
how do you make Pokemon that exciting anymore?
Tight.
Anymore? Like how can
Oh,
you change Pokemon to make it
you
great?
don't
You don't
change
change
it.
it, right?
You take the best things of all the last Pokemons and put them together. Like, you don't take away things that were fun, and you don't add some weird thing that doesn't really change anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's my concern with Pokemon Sword and
to
Shield
me,
is the Dynamax
yeah,
system. I'm like, is this a gimmick or is this like actual fun
it,
gameplay?
it's a it's basically like a shitty version of what they call it, Mega
Yeah.
Evolution. Just bring Mega Evolution back, give it to more Pokemon, and honestly, to me, bring back the style from whatever Soul Silver and like Diamond and Pearl. Bring that back. That's the premier Pokemon style. Yes, I would like to have a big console, 3D, cool game. That would be
Yeah.
tight. But bring back that style and put all the shit that like was cool. Like Mega Evolution, I feel like was cool. Dynamax, big Pokemon. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Give,
Yeah.
give, give me that regular sized
Now, this is
Pokemon.
coming
Make it,
from
give it
no
style.
context of how it actually plays. Like, we don't know how Dynamax is actually going to run, right?
I mean,
We don't.
yes, you're right, but also it's just a big fucking red Pokemon. Like,
Yeah, well, we don't know what
don't give a
mechanics
shit.
change. There could be different mechanics once you Dynamax them.
I think there are some slight variations, but nothing
Yeah.
crazy.
Not going to lie. I did like
Um,
Mega Evolutions. Those are pretty dope.
Mega Evolutions were dope.
Yeah.
I'm not trying
Yeah.
to, I hope I didn't
No,
come
no, no,
across
no, no.
that
I'm just saying.
way,
I'm
but
reiterating. I actually like them a lot too.
yeah,
Yeah,
Mega
they're fun.
Evolutions, cool.
Yeah,
Whatever came after Mega Evolutions, I think it was like Mega Powers or something. Lame. Get it out of here. I don't want it.
garbage. Take it to the trash
Yeah.
can.
Um, let's speed this
All
up
right.
a
Last two
little
RPGs
bit.
come ports, but they're kind of more remasters than ports because they're like adding stuff to these games. We have Trials of Mana, which is the third of the Mana series. I don't think it actually got a U.S. release. I think that was a Japan release only.
I think, did it not get released with the collection of mana?
They might have,
Maybe not the
yeah,
remaster
but this is like a
version.
remaster where they're adding they're making changes to the game.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
other game is
Um,
Xenoblade, and they're doing the same thing.
Xenoblade. I think I actually tried Xenoblade. Um, it wasn't for me. I will say I looked at that
Yeah.
screenshot where it was the comparison, and man, did it look way better. So I might give that another shot. Um, Xenoblade is an interesting concept, I'll
Yeah.
say.
I mean,
I just
they're JRPGs.
it's a JRPG. That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to play
You're already
this
going through Fire Emblem.
that long.
You know, you're already
And
playing
that's a short one.
it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
like
true.
it's a short one, but it's still like
Short's like
I've been
40, 60
playing that.
hours.
I think I played the Blue Lion run through. I played it probably 20 something
Yeah,
hours, 27 hours, and I'm still not through. I'm not even like two, I'm nearing two-thirds through, I hope.
that's crazy. It's crazy, and that's just one house. That's not
Uh,
even playing the other house. It's fucking crazy.
that's just one house, and I will say that a lot of that has probably not been the fastest way
Sure,
to play it.
sure.
So,
All right, all right. So, anything else from
um,
Nintendo Direct before we call it? Oh, Smash Brothers has Banjo Kazooie is now active, and they announced
yep, and
the guy from
the sand costume.
Streets of Fury.
Uh,
No,
oh, SNK, I don't know.
yeah, it's that fighter guy. He's coming out. I'm not huge in
Yeah,
other than Banjo Kazooie. So they did like this.
Sand from Undertale. Sand from Undertale getting added. They're giving Undertale music.
Yeah.
That's important.
Okay.
Banjo-Kazooie.
And they did announce they did like this secondary direct after this one ended, where they talked about Banjo Kazooie's like moveset, but there's some like extra hidden stuff in there. So they announced there's going to be another like season pack or character pack. What was interesting
That's cool.
about that direct was they said we know Banjo Kazooie is not on the Switch; it's on Xbox, and we encourage you to
Mm,
go to Xbox and play the games because they're really good. They actually said that
they are good.
on the direct, which I think is something they never needed to do. They didn't have to say that to say, "Hey, these are great games. You
I
should go on Xbox and play it." Like you're not going to hear Sony say that
there's
to Xbox,
no,
right?
of course not. And it's weird to see that and hear that, but there's some motives there.
Sure, sure.
It's go play this game, get attached to this
Yeah.
character, so you'll buy the DLC
Yeah.
for Smash. And I feel like there's something else extra. Like
Well, I think
there's gonna be another Banjo game,
well, I think
and I
or a
think
remaster, probably a remaster and they'll launch it
yeah,
on Switch with it, right?
yeah,
Or it's just
I see that actually more so.
yeah. Or I mean, it's just furthering that relationship, right? They got Ori on there now. It's just going to be an extenuate. Like they're just going to continue that into the next.
Just
I think because
I hope they keep holding
well,
hands.
I think it's because where Switch is in the life cycle of a console generation. They came out mid life
Hmm.
cycle, so they're probably not going to come out with new
Yep,
hardware till mid next life cycle, and they're essentially going
which is
to
smart.
yeah. Oh, it's very smart. They're going to corroborate with each
The half
other
step. Yep,
throughout this whole process. That way, they're kind of supporting each other. As one gets released, it supports them into that release, and then back and forth.
yep. Especially if they stick with the handheld
They
console.
have to.
Uh,
They have to. They can't go back. They can't go back.
I could see them going back and doing something weird, like we-ish weird, But I feel like they'll always have that handheld console, Game Boy,
Yeah,
3DS, like but souped up and can get plugged into your
yeah.
TV.
I think.
I feel like that'll be a thing for their handhelds from here on
Yeah,
out.
I think every Nintendo hardware release is always going to have a docking option to a TV. And
Hmm.
one, it's going to consolidate all their production into one platform. Right now, they don't have
Yep.
multiple teams working just Game Boy and Switch. Now, Switch will run everything. So, I think from here on out, that's just what Nintendo's going to do. They just own that market.
I mean, I'd be happy with
Yeah,
that,
that's fine.
but
I mean, I play mostly undocked, anyways. You play mostly undocked. It's nice to dock every once in a while. To have that option's great.
I've started docking a bit more.
Yeah,
I still prefer
yeah,
undocked, um, but it does run well.
yeah.
Um, let's speed round this next
All right.
section. Telltale
Telltale's revived.
getting revived. Don't care. I guess it's cool if the people who got fired got their jobs back.
Yeah,
That's probably not how it's going to
no.
happen.
I think they offered contracts to these guys as contractors, but not full-time jobs, full-time roles. Cool.
Those people,
I was never,
yeah, probably got
yeah, I was
jobs
never into the series. I
after.
did the Borderlands one because I love Borderlands, but that was it. It was actually really well
I,
done. It was really good.
I think I
Yeah,
started the Walking Dead one because it was
yeah,
free on Game Pass or Games with Gold. I don't
yeah,
care. I'm happy they're back. If people get jobs, that's it. That's all I care
yeah.
about.
But it's news. Uh,
It is news.
Resident,
It's interesting
yeah,
news for sure.
Resident Evil is getting a new game. Resident Evil Resistance.
No surprise. I don't know anything about it. I didn't not expect Resident Evil to get a new
Yeah,
game.
especially after. Well,
Um,
actually, kind of yeah, because RE2 just came out, so that would be the next game in the pipeline. Is either do a new IP in the franchise or remaster a previous one like RE3.
I mean, I don't know anything about Resident Evil Resistance. It's probably I assume it's going to be like a side spin-off, more actiony
Yeah,
game,
it's like
Raccoon City
it's
or
like a
whatever.
four-person, third-person co-op. Probably, I would say probably has like Left 4 Dead vibes.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I can't say
yeah,
anything about it. That sounds cool though. I will say
yeah.
that.
Um, Big
Um,
news in
wow.
PC gaming for me because I was such a WoW head. WoW released a classic version. I thought it was interesting because I fucking have no fucks about a classic version of that game because playing in that era was garbage considering the playing modern versions of WoW. But it had a really good launch. Twitch had 1.1 million concurrent viewers, up to 6 million total viewers on the first week. Congrats to them.
Don't
Yeah.
care. Yep.
All right. Borderlands and Fortnite are having a collaboration. Didn't expect that. I thought
Um,
kind.
they didn't. It doesn't seem needed, but I guess Fortnite collaborated with like Marvel, so that was definitely not needed.
Yeah, they. Well,
Um,
look. I mean, they collaborate with everything now. I mean, that's how Fortnite stays on top. That's like part of their thing by doing all these events all the time.
yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool. I'll skip it. I'm out of the Fortnite ecosystem completely, but I'll be in the Borderlands ecosystem very soon.
Yeah. Well, I think which
Um,
is it is weird because Borderlands is not kid safe like Fortnite is. So it's
no,
it's kind of weird that they're trying to like it seems like they're trying to target kids to get into Borderlands because now I will say the time gap between Borderlands 2 and now is very long, like real life time.
yeah,
So
for
there's
sure.
definitely a generation of people that have never played Borderlands. They have no concept of what it is or any of that stuff.
Hmm.
So that's probably why they're doing it.
Yeah, I wonder which side approached the other in this partnership or,
I don't know. That's a
this
good
deal.
question.
I feel like it had to be Borderlands reaching out
Yeah.
to Fortnite,
But they like to do
but
weird
also,
fun stuff. They're like, "Hey, you know what would be weird and fun?
yeah,
Let's get a psycho in Fortnite."
yeah. So I could easily see
Yeah.
Fortnite reaching out to them.
Yeah.
Um, let's move on down to this next one. Adidas signed Ninja. Good for Ninja, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't care.
good for Ninja, maybe good for gaming, esports, right?
Maybe.
I just hope the shoes aren't uh if he gets his own shoe, I hope
Oh,
they're not fucking pink and blue.
he won't get his own shoe. I don't think he'll probably get his own design, and they'll be baby blue or whatever,
Yeah.
one or the other, baby blue or pink.
Yeah, I don't know. German
I
blood.
I, I guarantee it.
Yeah. I guess that's
Um,
cool. For the industry, right?
yeah, I mean, it's it's more
Yeah.
exposure. That's about it. Like,
All right. Whatever.
I don't have an opinion.
Yeah. Uh, last basic news. CD Projekt Red announced that they are working on a multiplayer version of Cyberpunk post-release as part of their content. After, I think they stated this was going to come after their single-player content that does come out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I, you know, it's a little bold of them to say we're gonna take this single player game and make it a multiplayer
Yeah.
expansion or whatever. I think it speaks well or gives a good impression of the game, what they think of it, if they're willing to put that much time and effort
Yeah.
into making an expansion or a DLC, whatever it will be, or I guess a second game. It's sort of following that Wolfenstein model, kind of. Um, I just want to play the single player game, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm not interested. They
Multiplayer,
might
yeah.
pull what they did GTA 5 did. GTA 5 launched single player. They waited a long time for online, and then online launch.
Yeah, it was like a month. That was an interesting time. I remember that.
Yeah. We'll see. Now let's get to our final piece of news. Apex news. New mode came out. We're a week into the Voidwalker event.
Yep.
How do you,
To me, it's
it's
okay. I like everything they've done outside of the event better than the last event, but I think I like the last event better. Even though there wasn't that much of a difference. Like the new area is whatever to me. I prefer not to go there. The the last area that was added, the what's it called?
Octane?
Octane Land or
Gauntlet?
whatever. Gauntlet, yeah. Gauntlet is way cooler to me. The shoddy snipes is an interesting change. I don't like it. I don't like what they've done with the loot situation, like armor specifically, armor and shields is like
Yeah.
it feels like anybody who gets that or has like more shield cells wins pretty much every fight, and shield cells are so scarce. So it's fun, but it would be better. It could be much better, I would say.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with
That
that.
said,
Little tuning, right? Let's add blue shields at least, or maybe even and more shield cells. Because you're getting one-shotted by a Kraber,
yeah,
right?
I've one-shotted people
Right. You can.
who even have like a little bit of shields.
Yeah.
Like they've been shot like one time. It's like I hit you in the head with a longbow and you're
Yeah.
dead. That's
It's
it.
too much. Like
Which is it's not fun.
no, right?
Like I don't want to play a hardcore mode.
That's essentially what it is. I play Apex because
Yeah.
it's arcadey type shooter, right? If I wanted to play a hardcore game, I would play fucking PUBG or something,
Yeah.
right?
Um,
So
with that said, I don't want to hate on Apex too much. Like I think they did a decent job of listening to the community.
Sure.
If not, they didn't like cave into demands or anything, but they put out something super quick after, and they had different pricing models for different things. So, or for different like shop items.
yeah, so the Voidwalker whatever legendary outfit for Wraith is $18, but all the other cosmetics are considered epics are $5. They look okay, right? They're okay.
They look okay.
I'm not really interested in either. I
I
mean,
won't-
I'm not really interested in buying cosmetics as in general either.
I, you know, it's maybe a bad statement, but I think I would prefer to have like a $1 loot box where it's like
Sure.
you have, you can spend $1 and you may get something good, you may not.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend like $10 and you're guaranteed to get something good, but maybe not exactly what you want.
Sure.
That's something I'd be more
So
interested in.
the higher the price point, the higher the rarity options are available.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
you spend $10, you're guaranteed to get a legendary. You spend $5, you're guaranteed to get a purple.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, and down the line. That to me is more interesting, or a better
If you're
deal,
gonna do a loot box medal,
more worth your money.
yeah,
Yeah, $18 is just too
that's
fucking
way
high.
too much.
I'm not gonna pay
Never
$18.
gonna happen.
Yeah, if you want me to get exactly what I want, like the absolute most I would go is like $12 to $15, and that's only if it's like super super cool.
Yeah, $10 for
And
me.
even then, it's
Yeah.
like $10 is like already like 1/6 of a game, like a full game.
Yeah.
Like I paid $60 for 2K or 2K20. I'm gonna get that like hours and hours and hours worth of content out of that.
Really, how they should do a $20 purchase, like say for a skin, should include a banner, voice, maybe even a weapon skin that goes with that, right? Like it's a collection of things.
And animation.
Like it's a
Yeah.
collection of stuff that go together. That would be way more enticing for many, many people. And you had to get that skin. The only way to get that skin is at $20, but it still comes with everything else, right? There's no way to piecemeal that skin.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
But even then, I probably wouldn't buy them. So I guess I get why they're just doing
I think
just the skins.
I think the challenge model they have for this is fine. It's all very achievable. You can do all of them. Like
I won't get the 5 wins in Shoddy Snipes, that's for sure.
but
That's the one.
it's doable. If you really wanted to,
It's
right, you could do it.
it's doable for sure.
Yeah, you just don't like the mode enough to do it. That's the difference, right? It's unlike
No.
the previous event, you had to do 100 top fives.
Top fives.
100 top fives in 2
Yeah.
weeks. I'm like, no way. It's too much. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's true. I get where you're coming from there.
It's not gonna
for
happen,
sure.
right? Like we could have easily done the top 5 in Armed and Dangerous or for the event if we wanted to this week. If we really wanted to, we could just camp,
I mean, we've
do
won
safe drops,
more than 5 games.
do a safe drop somewhere,
Yep.
camp, and then do the thing at the end, right? So it's good. I think one really cool thing they did do is they released 6 craftable legendaries. So these are legendaries you can, if you earned enough material, you can craft it yourself. I think that's fantastic. I think that's a smart way of releasing some skins. Instead of making them hide behind a purchase wall, there's a way to earn craftables. I still think leveling up should still earn you some craftables. Right?
Yeah, probably. Or, let us use those red coins.
Yeah, or that convert to crafting.
On craftables. Yeah, convert them. Something.
But
Let me do something with those, please.
I think the craftables, I think they look great. I think they're all very good looking.
I think they're all pretty interesting. What they've released so far, the only one I would probably pay for is the R99 skin.
I love that R99.
But I also like the Kraber one, the longbow. It's the least interesting of what they've shown so far, but
the Hemlock one.
I don't know.
This Hemlock one.
The Hemlock one is
dirty.
cool. Yeah, I really want that one because I have the
Alternator.
No, I have the Hemlock. I think it's called the Lost Queen, and I don't like the way it looks,
okay.
but I feel like I have to use it
Yeah.
just because it's like a legendary and it's the only one I have. I would be happy with that one.
Yeah.
I hope they put that one out for sale soon. I think I have enough points to buy that and a legendary.
Nice.
So
Nice. Yeah, I love this fucking Hemlock.
Can't
This
wait.
thing's great. Mozambique actually looks pretty sick.
Yep. I secretly want a Mozambique skin. I just don't want to pay for it.
That's fair.
Like I want that one to just come out of a box.
Yeah, I think that looks great. Longbow, meh. I can see why people like it.
It's cool.
Yeah, I can totally see why people would get
Also-
it, but I'm not. It's not my style.
Nothing special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the R91. I already crafted this one because I wanted to match my Peacekeeper because I have the Peacekeeper variant of that style.
Yeah,
And then
I have the Peacekeeper one.
yeah, so I have the Peacekeeper one. I have that, and then my Pathfinder has the same type of look.
Oh, Yeah, I know which one you're talking
Yeah.
about. Um, it's very, very interesting of you to go for that old Western
Oh,
look.
I mean, are you surprised?
No, howdy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Uh, and the Kraber looks
Um,
like a harpoon gun.
yeah, it looks like a weird Egyptian steampunk
Steampunk, yeah.
bullet or something, which is not my style, but it does look cool.
Yeah.
I already have I think I have the Life of the Party
Okay.
one, um, the legendary for it. So I won't get this one just because I don't really like the Kraber that often. And I already have the legendary, so I feel like I'm covered. I also have one of the reskins for the legendary,
Got it.
so I'm good to go there. But
Yeah.
this one does look
Yeah,
cool.
it looks great. Other than that, overall event is fine.
Yep.
But I guess some other bigger news for it is they've already announced they already have an October event scheduled,
I heard.
which is crazy because
Um,
they had an event last month, they have an event this month, and now they have another one. If they keep doing one event a month, I think they're gonna fucking be solid. I think that's a great
they'll
way.
be solid, but they also, I, I mean, I think one every 2 months is fine, or you know, give it a month and a half long run for each thing. I'm not gonna complain about one every month
Yeah,
like that. That is definitely that'd be crazy if they're able to do that. I don't know. I'm excited. I Things are going well for Apex for me at least.
yeah, that's
So
fine.
we'll see what goes on.
Season 3 is gonna kick off in 4 weeks. I'll be
I
interested.
think so.
They're gonna. There's already rumors of the next Legend.
Legend.
We'll see what weapon they bring in. I'm hoping they bring in like an energy SMG. Personally,
Yeah, that'd be cool. I feel like they need to add a couple more than just one.
I think they should rotate.
Might be a lot to ask.
They could add a normal core weapon, right? So I think an energy SMG would be good because right now they're missing energy weapons are missing an SMG.
Yep.
Or
Or a
or an energy
shotgun.
pistol. Well, you could argue triple take has like
Yeah,
shotgun
the triple
values.
take.
But I
Yeah.
think the other thing they could do is rotate around supply crate drops with a new one. So introduce a new supply crate weapon and then rotate one out.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that, but I'd prefer more available weapons, I guess. Like L-Star to me has been a failure. I don't care about the L-Star. I actually don't like using it.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, if they rotate the L-Star out and give it a better weapon, that'd be cool
Yeah.
to me.
We'll see, man.
Um, we'll see very soon.
Yeah.
It's not that
No.
long. Do you have anything else you want to touch on, or you want to
No, we
roll this puppy up?
we good to go. Let's call it.
Roll it up. Get out of here. I'm going home.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.